My name is Dr. Janice Jordan, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction in CCISD. I'd like to take just a few minutes to discuss the implications of the newly mandated House Bill 5 and how that will affect students within the district and the entire state of Texas. The changes that House Bill 5 ushers in are ones educators advocated for because they provide students more flexibility in their graduation plans, allow for a student's interest and aptitude to drive their choices, and provide more opportunities for collaboration with business and industry. Now let's take a look at the key components of House Bill 5 and their impact beyond this school year. First, what is House Bill 5? House Bill 5 enacts rules that were passed by lawmakers during the most recent legislative session. These rules impact graduation requirements, including changes to personal graduation plans and required STAR end-of-course assessments. Given these changes, the 4 indices measuring student achievement on STAR usher in rules for accountability that will impact both current and future students. Finally, House Bill 5 includes a mandate for a community and student engagement survey that is intended to provide data on essential programs and processes that work to build students' assets. Now that we know what House Bill 5 is, who does House Bill 5 impact? The short answer, everyone, but in different degrees. Current 8th graders are largely impacted because as they are the graduates of 2018, they will be the first class of students who will enter high school as 9th graders under the House Bill 5 rules. Second are our current high school students. Already they are impacted by the changes in the testing requirements as well as potential changes to their graduation plans in a few cases. Finally, the entire campus, district, and community will be impacted because they will participate in the community engagement surveys, forge relationships with business and industry, and continue the focus on ensuring all of our students are college and career ready by the time they graduate on time from our high schools. Now I'll take each of these changes one by one and explain in more detail. First, let's explore the changes to graduation requirements. House Bill 5 creates one foundation program that is then accompanied by an endorsement. In addition, there are opportunities to vie for both distinguished achievement and performance acknowledgments through participation and performance in certain courses and assessments. Here you see the foundation program, which has requirements for 22 credits. What's important here is that, yes, this is the foundation, but there is a big plus for each incoming 9th grader next year. That plus is the endorsements. House Bill 5 provides 5 endorsements, which can be thought of as majors in high school. Remember when you went to college and chose a major and then chose a specific area of study under that major? The endorsements under House Bill 5 pretty much work the same way. An endorsement is the completion of a coherent sequence of courses beyond the foundation that prepares students for college and career. Beginning in the 2014-15 school year, each incoming 9th grader must indicate in writing an endorsement choice with the goal of completing 4 or more credits within their declared major, so to speak. So what are the endorsement choices? The endorsements students may select from include arts and humanities, business and industry, public services, science, technology, engineering, and math, and multidisciplinary. Each have programs of study within those endorsements that work to shape students' preparation for post-secondary study as well as their career choices. In addition to new graduation plans and the required declaration of an endorsement, personal graduation plans must be developed for students. PGPs are intensive, individualized instructional programs designed with the student and parent, including intervention strategies to accelerate and personalize learning. At the middle school level, PGPs must be completed by December 1st of each school year beginning in the 14-15 school year for students who did not meet standards on state assessments and who are not likely to receive a diploma within 5 years. The intent of this PGP is to develop personalized strategies and interventions that accelerate learning and get students back on track. At the high school level, PGPs must be completed for all high school students upon their entrance into 9th grade. These PGPs are intended to ensure each student selects an appropriate endorsement and experiences a smooth transition from one grade level to the next. Out of all of the changes House Bill 5 has brought and is bringing, the changes to the STAR end-of-course assessments are the most well-known. Beginning this school year, 5 EOC assessments will be required of high school students, and they are English 1 and English 2, Algebra 1, Biology, and U.S. History. These changes mean that the required EOC assessments have been reduced from 15 to 5, and this has been a welcome change for educators throughout the state. With the implementation of House Bill 5, we're being held accountable by basically a 3-pronged system that rates districts and schools on academic performance via the tested areas of STAR, as well as other assessments such as SAT, ACT, and advanced placement. Financial performance via the comparison between what we're spending through various allocations and our students' academic performance. Think of this as basically determining whether or not we're getting the bang for our buck, so to speak. Finally, we have a third measure that is intended to gauge community and student engagement, which focuses on campuses and districts' effectiveness in other areas that are not officially tested. Furthermore, campuses, districts, and students will continue to be held accountable in the STAR-tested content areas and grade levels. These 4 indices measure whether students are making necessary growth, reaching performance targets by subpopulation with minimal gaps, and demonstrating post-secondary readiness. As mentioned previously as the 3rd prong of our accountability, the Community and Student Engagement Survey must be evaluated and the results reported to the state. The areas that the district will be seeking feedback on are fine arts, wellness, and physical education, 21st century workforce development as well, second language acquisition, digital learning, and dropout prevention, and finally, gifted and talented, community and parent involvement, and district and campus compliance. These are areas that serve the whole child, ensuring they are healthy, safe, engaged, supported, and challenged, yet often aren't tested on standardized tests. This measure will help tout our progress in these areas and identify others that need more attention and support. This about sums up the large pieces of House Bill 5 that are already impacting our district and others across the state. As we transition into these changes, there are many details to be ironed out, things to learn and changes to implement. As we continue to work through what is known as well as what is learned along the way, let's remember that this is what educators across Texas ask for the benefit of our students. Our students now will have more flexibility in their graduation plans to go deeply in areas of study in which they have interest and aptitude. We will have more opportunities to connect with both post-secondary institutions and business and industry in meaningful ways, with the goal being that our students are graduating more prepared to be successful within high school and beyond. If you have more questions after you percolate on this information, please contact counselors at the middle and high school level who have been well trained on these changes. In addition, the district coordinator for counseling, Dr. Leah Rosales, is an excellent contact. And our district website will continually be updated with the latest information. And at this time, we're going to take a look at some pieces of that website. What you will see here is you will see a connection to the page that says Graduation Plan, Map Your Future. You'll see several paragraphs of narrative that describe in more detail some of the key points I pointed out in terms of changes to the graduation plan, STAR EOC, and the personal graduation plan, or PGP. In the red, the hyperlinks underneath the heading will take you to specific documents that have been created that can be printed out, shared with parents, shared with students, and they can be keys for discussion. So let's click into the graduation requirements piece. What you will see is you will see a graphic that shows exactly the courses that will be required for each endorsement. If you take a look on the left-hand side, you'll notice it says Foundation Graduation Plan. That is what I had described, and it shows which courses need to be taken in English, how many credits, mathematics, and so on. The foundation plan adds up to 22 credits. However, what we know our students will be doing, as will students across the state, is they will be selecting an endorsement before the start of their 9th grade year. What you will see is that there's a choice of 5 endorsements, that's along the middle section, and within each endorsement, students will be taking upper level, advanced math courses, and in some cases, advanced science courses. Those will be combined with coherent sequence of career and technical courses that are geared towards the mastery of that particular endorsement. On the far right side, here is another opportunity. If a student wanted to reach for the distinguished level of achievement diploma, the student would complete the Foundation Plus endorsement, but would also complete some additional core area courses in math and science, including Algebra 2, that would allow the student to be eligible for the top 10% automatic admissions to state universities. If we back up to that, look at our second hyperlink, Graduation Requirements Brochure. It's basically taking the same information on the previous document, but it tells it more in narrative form. Again, you see the background of House Bill 5 on the left-hand side, the foundation plan plus endorsements, again, which will be the plan that all of our students sign up on initially, if not the distinguished plan. This talks in more detail about performance acknowledgments, which are ways that students can enhance their graduation plan that may come from their participation in ACT, SAT, International Baccalaureate, dual credit, etc. Then finally, on the far right, you see the breakdown of each endorsement along with specific programs of study. Finally, as we click into the third brochure, the endorsements brochure, you see in graphical form the information explained a different way. Sometimes we find that students enjoy seeing pictures and that tell a lot of information with fewer words. So you see here the same information, and it shows the endorsements side by side, so you can make an easy comparison about areas of study, and students can find the areas that they're interested in, perhaps using the data from their Bridges survey that they take in middle school to see a great place to start. Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to working with you and your child this upcoming school year, and as always, we appreciate your continued support.